Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I've been an educator for more than 40 years. My very first years in teaching were actually with mentally challenged students, and probably some of the most rewarding years of my life were working with those students, and probably the most physically exhausting years were with those students. And then I moved into teaching health and physical education, and I was a coach for 3 seasons and coached various sports. And finally, the last 25 years of my experiences were in administration. I was a division head, a principal, and an assistant division head, as well as an admissions director.
What motivates you?
What motivates me in learning or working with students or working with people who work with students is seeing someone feel successful and good about who he or she is in the learning experience. I guess one of the greatest joys I had in the classroom working with some young children was to see the expressions on their faces when they discovered that they were readers all of a sudden, and how empowered they became as learners when they discovered they had that power. I think working with adults who work with students, I think that just as in a classroom you want to build an environment that really enables everyone in the room or the space that you're using to do the very best that they can and feel good about who they are. It's the same with adults, that you need to understand who you're working with, what their specific gifts and talents are, and how you can support them to use those gifts and talents to help students become strong in their classroom experiences and as learners. So, too many times we try to lump everybody into the same box, and we don't recognize the uniqueness that they bring to the experiences and how much better they feel when they can use their particular gifts and talents to support and work with children so that they find success in the classroom.
So do you use any specific strategies in order to help motivate the teachers you work with?
I don't think I have any special tricks up my sleeve. To me, the most important thing is to make that person feel valued in the community. And to do that, you need to understand who they are as teachers and also as lifelong learners. Teachers need to be lifelong learners. Most teachers are lifelong learners, and it's their passion for that learning that really sort of infuses the experience within the classroom in which they're in charge. I think what worked best for me in working with teachers so that they felt empowered to do wonderful creative experiences with their kids was to know them as well as I could, to mentor them in ways that would support them in their growth as faculty. I always had an open door policy because I was more concerned that they felt they could come and sit and talk about what was on their mind, what didn't work, and how we could work together to make that better for them, and also what did work, and applaud that. I also felt it was good to offer various challenges in ways that they felt they could achieve success with those challenges. So again, that is really having a good relationship, a trustful relationship, an honest relationship with the teachers I was working with so that they felt comfortable. Just as you want a student to feel comfortable in your classroom to take a risk, to do something that they might be a bit fearful of, you want a teacher to be able to do the same thing. Not that you want a teacher to just go out and make a lot of mistakes, and that doesn't work well for a particular classroom. You want them to feel that they can come and share what is on their minds or what they would like to try, and then help them find ways to do what they need to do so they can be successful, or they can meet that challenge head on and achieve some success as they grow in the profession.
And last question, do you feel like you are a self-motivated person, or do you need incentives or rewards to be motivated?
Oh, I think everybody likes to be, acknowledged that they've done something well. I think that's just human nature. But I don't think I've ever done anything for the extrinsic reward. When I think back about myself as a student, yes, deadlines certainly were motivations to get work done and to do it. I came from a family that valued good work and good grades, but what made me do my best in the classroom was that teacher who valued my presence in the classroom and made it known that he or she valued my presence in the classroom and what I offered to the classroom. So I think that to me is what stuck with me, and as I developed as an educator myself, a lot of what I did was because I felt good about helping someone. I didn't need somebody to come and tell me I did a great job. You kind of know as a teacher when you've made that connection, or you've been working with a student on something and it's been taking hours, days, even years, and to accomplish or get a student to feel successful and confident about his work or her work or who he or she is. That's the reward. That's the motivating factor for me, is to make somebody feel really good about who he or she is and what they've done and what they've accomplished. I don't need a blue ribbon, and I don't need the pat on the back. It's nice, if it comes along, but if that's why you teach, you're going to have more difficult days than you think.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. It sounds like you have a lot of experience and great advice for us young professionals who are working our way into a great profession.